Hey, y'all. It's your favorite certified clinical sexologist, relationship coach, intimacy coach, sex educator, mocha marriage facilitator, premarital and marital counselor. What else am I? Wedding officiant. And I do so much more, guys, right? So I want to talk to you guys really quickly about managing your emotions and something that has helped me and has helped many of my clients. You want to follow the 5 second rule for taking action and shifting your state of mind. So let me ask this question. Do you ever find yourself knowing what you need to do, but just not able to get yourself to do it? I'll wait. Hashtag Candy, it's me in the comments. So, in order to understand why this happens to you, you kind of need to understand activation energy. And in chemistry, activation energy is the term that is used to describe the phenomenon that it's a tremendous amount of energy is needed in order to start any chemical reaction, right? So then after this initial spark, right, a lot less energy is needed to keep it going, right? So think about this. Activation energy applies to human behavior too. Not having activation energy is why it can be so hard to get started on things. Whether it's like trying to go to the gym, whether it's making a phone call, or get out of bed, or just sometimes getting out of your own way, right? That procrastination to do that assignment or start that project, right? So sometimes we need to create like a spark to get us moving about, and it has to be big enough to get us going, right? And other times we just need to light a fire under our butts to remind us that the big reason why we need to take some type of action, right? So the best strategy to create a spark is something that helps you first take the first step towards anything, right? So, and we call it the 5 second rule. And I want to say, what is his name? Speaker Mel Robbins. We have to thank for this kind of thing. So, your brain is wired to avoid risk and fear change, right? When the thought comes to your mind of anything that you want to do, but you haven't done because of fear or resistance, you need to wait more than 5 seconds so that your brain will try to talk to you and see what would go wrong or the most clever thing, or come up with all of these reasons why you shouldn't do it, right? I don't feel like it. Oh my God, how are they going to react to this? Oh my goodness, what if I don't do that? I mean, we go down this rabbit hole, right? And so unless I would say unless you're trying to do it something that's 100% pleasurable, right? Chances are that you will never feel like doing something, right? So now, don't get me wrong. Mm, mm, mm. I am not suggesting that you should be forcing yourself to do anything that you truly aren't right to do, right? But don't make yourself suffer. Don't go against what your heart is telling you. But if your heart is telling you yes, and your body still won't get in gear, then that's what I'm talking about. That's the spark that we're needing to give you like a nudge, right? And so by taking action, any small action, within 5 seconds, you kind of like outsmart your brain to go ahead and do something, right? So here's how the 5 second rule works, guys. Anytime you're having like an idea that will better your situation, act immediately. Within 5 seconds, don't think, just do it. Can you say it? Don't think, just do it. Hashtag just do it in the comments. And no, that's just not a Nike term, right? So when the thought comes, start counting down from five, right? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There are two reasons that this is key to why the 5 second rule works, right? Number one, it signals your brain that there's an end to this countdown, right? If you count it from 1 to 5, you would keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? But if you count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, think about this. I'm a former teacher. If you've been here before, I used to teach. When I would start to count down from my class, they knew they had 5 seconds to get somewhere in a seat and start doing the assignment that I told them to do. 5, 4, 3, and they knew that I would be calling their parents or writing them up or giving them detention or something. If by the time that I got down to 1, if you weren't sitting in that seat doing something that you were supposed to be doing, okay? And then the other thing is number 2, counting distracts your mind. Okay, it prevents you from thinking of things of how to get out of it and how not to do it, right? So next time an idea comes to your mind of something that you did, something that you need to do to receive positive results, use the 5-second rule. Do it now. Do it now. When the thought comes, I should make this phone call. 5, 4, 3, pick up that phone. By 2, reach for that phone. By 1, dial that number. Okay. Think about this, how we procrastinate about things that we know for our health, like picking up the phone and saying, making a dentist appointment or making a doctor's appointment because we have that immediate fear that something is going to be wrong or whatever. But no, when you know it's a positive thing, it's part of your self-care, it's part of your health, it's part of making sure that you're being taken care of. You need to act now, do it immediately. There are so many uses for this 5 countdown, right? But before I had ever heard of the idea, I used to use this immediate action on myself. Like I would procrastinate when I was in school. I would procrastinate about writing papers or writing the discussion post that I needed to. So I'll be like 5. Candy, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now I'm getting out the homework. I'm logging in. I'm typing, right? It can be used for so many different things. And I used it for everything. And I noticed my resistance was down, right? And I use that as a trigger to act immediately. Now, listen, remember, we've talked about triggers before. If you have never been here, go back and find my live. If you've never listened to the live about triggers, go back and watch them. But there are positive triggers, and this can be a positive trigger for you. You can start a new habit just by doing this. Think about going to the gym, right? um you have not gotten out of bed yet, but you know you need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put on those clothes, get in the car, start the car. Now you're on the way to the gym. It's so many things that can help interrupt the old behavior, the old patterns of the old behavior, and implement the new behavior. I told you I wasn't going to keep you long, guys. So listen, listen. The next time you need to do something and you need a spark, just remember to count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and act immediately. Okay. So if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section or DM me the 5-second rule. Just type the 5-second rule, hashtag the 5-second rule, and I will be able to answer all of your questions. And if you know that you need to come to counseling, or you have some things that you just feel like you just need to work out, but you haven't been able to work out on your own, there's no shame in getting counseling, therapy, coaching, in whatever it possibly may be. I specialize in individuals and couples. So trust me, if there's something that I don't specialize, I will refer you to someone that specializes in that very thing. Okay. Because the first thing that you are taught as a counselor or a therapist is that know your limitations and stay in your lane. Okay. And I'm not going to do any harm to anybody. I'm always going to make sure that if it's not my lane, I'm gonna point you in the right direction to get someone that is in their lane. Okay. So make sure that you like, share, ring that bell so that you can come back for mental health tips, sex education, sex therapy, spice, all of those things. And don't be stingy. Make sure that you share this with someone that may have needed it. Okay. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.